guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I am going to be talking about my breast augmentation surgery. So I'm going to be doing a little Q&A, kind of bringing you through the past week basically. I am exactly 1 week and 2 days post-op, so I will be sharing with you kind of my experience, my journey, what I thought of everything. Is it worth it? Is the price worth it? I will be sharing the price, so I'll just kind of be going over all of that. So let's get right into the video. So I will start with kind of why. So why did I want to get a breast augmentation? Why did I want a boob job? All of those questions, of course, come to mind, and for me, I mainly did it for my own confidence and for myself. I didn't do it for anybody else. I just thought that it would be something that would make me happier, make me feel like a woman. I'm 22 years old. I knew I was never gonna grow boobs. It was just not gonna happen for me. And so that was something that I knew I always wanted and knew that I would never really have. So I figured, I've seen so many people get it done and it looked so natural. I knew the doctor through friends, so I figured why not just get it done. And you know, I knew it would look natural and I knew they would feel like boobs, you know, once I'm healed. Right now they're pretty hard and high still, but I just figured why not? Like in, you know, a year when they're fully dropped and natural, no one's even gonna be able to tell besides the people that know me. So I don't know, I see no harm in plastic surgery. I don't think it's an issue. I do think obviously there's complications with people who go to doctors that they didn't research or anything like that, but I knew what I was getting into and I don't regret it one bit. I'm so happy about it. So I went somewhere here in Florida. I got my surgery done at the Tampa Bay Surgery Center, but I went in Wesley Chapel to Dr. Fakri. He's amazing. His staff is amazing. The girls at the front desk are amazing. All of them are amazing. Every single, you know, appointment that I went to, I felt so awkward. I felt so young and like not like an adult. And they always treated me like an adult. I just, you know, when I would have to take like my shirt off and like talk about my, you know, what results I wanted, it was very scary and uncomfortable, and they never made me feel uncomfortable. They made me feel very comfortable actually, and never, you know, obviously never mentioned anything about my small boobs, but it was hard for me to do that and I'll be vulnerable. So I'm really happy that I went with Dr. Fakri. His girls at the office are amazing. They make you feel great every time you walk in. They would always compliment my lashes and just everything. They are super nice there and I recommend it like 10 times over again. I went on January 8th to the Tampa Bay Surgery Center with my mom. Thank you, Mom, so much for helping me that whole week of recovery. I don't know how I would have done it without you. I arrived at like 11:15, signed my papers, did whatever I had to do, and then around 12 o'clock, maybe a little bit earlier, they took me in. They put me in this crazy gown and these, you know, thigh-high socks for like compression purposes, and then these like little like surgery socks that I had to put on. They're like hospital socks just to keep my feet warm, I guess. And then a shower cap. So I looked pretty crazy, but it was whatever. I was so excited. Like I wish I took pictures of like how crazy I looked, because it would have been great to just like insert right here, but I didn't. I was just so excited. I could remember that there was like a clock on the wall, like a digital one, and it was like 12:25, 12 this, 12 that, and I was like, oh my gosh, 12:30, please come, that's the time of my surgery. So the nurse came in. He was super nice. He calmed my nerves about getting an IV, which I still do have a little teeny tiny scab from. It looks like a little freckle, but that's where my IV went into that vein. Got my IV. I was most scared about the IV. I wasn't even nervous about the surgery at all. I was just very nauseous over the fact of a needle being inside of me. And he, you know, calmed my nerves and told me that it's not actually a needle or any metal inside of your body. Tiny piece of silicone is actually what goes into your body when you get an IV. And it didn't hurt. I didn't feel it at all. They numbed me with, I think, lidocaine they called it. I think that's what it was. So it didn't hurt. He was waving my arm around, showing me that I could move, and I was like, it's okay, let's just keep it still. Let's not move it. But that was great that he, you know, really calmed my nerves about that, because that was like something really important to me. I was very, very, very nervous about that. And then 12:30 hit. I had to wait like a few extra minutes. It was about 12:35 when I went into surgery. I remember getting into the room, meeting the anesthesiologist. So he grabbed my hand. He told me, you know, you're in really good hands. Don't worry about anything. Like, it's gonna be over before you know it. So he told me to go to my favorite vacation spot in my head. And before I knew it, I was out. I remember for my wisdom teeth surgery, they had me count backwards from 0. But for this, they didn't at all, I don't think. All I remember is being out. And then I don't really remember waking up in recovery or anything like that. It was kind of all very quick. The next thing I knew it, I was in the car on my way home with my mom. Was very out of it from the anesthesia. I had some pasta after I had like crackers and bread to take my first round of meds. But I had some pasta and I remember throwing that up. It wasn't like a painful throw up, but I guess it was just nausea from the anesthesia, and like it's just kind of, you're not really supposed to eat much, but it was, you know, pasta with butter, so it came up full and whole, and it didn't really like burn. It wasn't like acidic yet. I guess it didn't hit my stomach, but that was all I really remember from day 1. And I don't know if my friend Alicia visited me on day 1 or day 2, but I think it was day 1. She brought me bread and saltines, so thank you, Alicia, for doing that. And then on day 2, I had my post-op appointment, and so they took my bandages off and showed me my boobs, and I almost cried because they looked like torpedoes. They were like literally like straight out and like very high. They were like squares. They were like super scary looking, and I knew that they would look scary. My friend told me that they would look like squares, but they were very pointy, and I was nervous because I didn't really have boobs to begin with, so I was like, why are they so pointy? He told me that was very normal. Put the wrap back on, not as tight, but told me that I could take it off the next day and I could finally shower. So that was a very long day, day 2, because my post-op was at 9:30 or something like that, so it was a long day of, you know, getting through all of that and then being able to shower the next day. So the next day I showered. I was able to take the bandages off and start wearing this compression bra or whatever they call them. I have a black tank top on right now over it, so it's extra tight right now, so I will show you what it looks like without the tank top too. But I was just so excited to be out of that tight bandage. After that, everything was smooth sailing. So I'm gonna go into the questions now and do a little Q&A. So the first question is, how much did it cost you? So this surgery cost me I think like $5,000. It was either like a little bit above or like right at 5,000. But yes, my surgery was $5,000, which I think is a great price for a breast augmentation. I don't think that that is anywhere like over the average. I know if you get, you know, a boob job in LA, it's like 10,000. So I think I got a great price, and my doctor is amazing. So I'm super, super happy about it, and I'm very happy with my results so far. Somebody asked, where did you go? I already mentioned that. I went to New Tampa Plastic Surgery with Dr. Fakri. What size did you go to and from? So my beginning size was a 32A, very, very tiny boobs. Victoria's Secret had me in a 32B, but the only time my boobs looked big is when I had a really like push-up bra on and like a really tight bathing suit that would squeeze them. So never really had big boobs, and I ended up getting a 345cc. Oh, I have to get my little card. Let me grab that. Okay, so I had to go get my little identification card. It is my device identification card. I'm gonna block out my name and stuff, but my breast implants are Natrel. I got silicone, so I'm gonna talk about the size really quick. The size that I got is 345cc. So for me, I had a 32A. They say 190cc is about either 1 or 1.5. It's 1 full cup size. So if I just got 190cc's, I would be a B. They did 345, so that's about, you know, 1.5 to 2 full cup sizes. So 345 cc's, silicone under the muscle, and they are SRF, which is smooth, round, full profile, which I didn't think I got full profile, but I guess I did, and I'm not mad about it. I really wanted 325 cc's. Now that he put the 345 cc's in, I understand, and I really respect that he, you know, used his professional judgment and chose a size that would look very natural and good on me, and not, you know, just tiny, tiny, tiny boobs. You're spending all this money. A lot of people always regret going too small, so I'm glad that he went with the 345 cc's. What made you pull the trigger and get it done? So knowing that it would look very natural, knowing that I knew people that went to this doctor, wearing things maybe for my birthday that I didn't really feel like 22 in. I was just like, this is ridiculous. Why would I keep picking out things about myself that I don't like instead of just taking care of it and being done with it? So that's what I decided to do. Pretty sure I booked my surgery in October, so after my birthday in Miami, I was just like, I'm ready and I can afford it, so why not just do it? And I'm glad I did. How long have you been thinking about getting one? Seriously, since like July. I've been like very serious about getting one since July, but basically my whole life I was like, someday I'm gonna have to get a boob job because I have none. So someone said, did it hurt? So this is a great question. This did not hurt. I'm not gonna lie, I was in a little bit of pain on like day 2, day 3, but basically if you stay on top of your pain meds and you take them when you should, you'll be fine. The most painful thing I would have to say is my back. When the wrap was on, it was very tight and I was very hunched, and so my low back was compensating for that. And so sleeping on my back, not used to it. If you're a back sleeper, you'll be fine. I don't normally sleep on my back, so it was very painful for me to do that. When will they be healed? So they heal fully from about 6 months to a year, but around 3 months they'll be like dropping and you'll be able to like fully see like what they look like. Did you go a lot bigger that it's really noticeable? I don't think so. Right now, of course, it's gonna be very noticeable. Like they look like push-up boobs right now just because they're still very high. Henry's being crazy. Yeah, I can't even push them down if I wanted to. They're like they look like push-up boobs right now. There's nothing I can do about that. That's just part of healing. Do you plan on ever going bigger? No, I don't think so. I'm happy with this, and I think I will stick with this size for as long as they last. My pain was never over a 5. It really wasn't bad at all. I would say getting my lashes done yesterday was more uncomfortable than my entire recovery. You have to make sure to keep your shoulders back or else you're gonna stay like this forever because it gets very, very tight and uncomfortable in here. The most painful part is like right here in between my boobs. It's very sore still, but I stopped taking my pain meds on like day 4 or day 5, which I think is pretty good. I think day 5 I stopped taking my pain meds and it feels amazing. Thank you guys for asking how it feels, because it feels so nice to finally have boobs. Someone said they're just now looking normal 8 months later, so can't wait for that. People are asking how long is the recovery process. It's a week later and I'm like able to like move. I can't really lift my arms that high yet, but they're basically all the way up. So the recovery process is about a week. You can't work out for 4 weeks, so just plan for that. But I got my incision, by the way, under the boob. So let me see if I can show. That is my incision under the boob in the crease. I got them under the boob in the crease just so that they will not show as much. The scars will be very minimal and very small, so I'm very happy about that. I wasn't nervous at all, which made me realize that this is something that I had to do. If I was nervous, I would have maybe backtracked, like for my nose. I did not get my nose done, but I had my nose job booked and I canceled it because I don't think I need my nose done anymore. Contour and highlight, gotta love it. How did you feel when you woke up? I don't remember. I literally don't remember. It's definitely a little uncomfortable and feels weird for the first few days. My boobs were numb a couple days ago. I thought this one was getting bigger than this one. They look pretty similar to me, so I'm not worried about it. They're gonna heal great. Super excited about it. But that's about it for my first boob job update and vlog. I will probably be doing them every month or every couple of months to keep you guys updated on the progress. So this is what they look like. They are normal boobs. They're like very high right now. As you can see, this like gap in between here, that won't be like a thing once they drop. But I think they look great, especially front profile. I'm a big fan of this cleavage that I've never had before. So that'll be it for today's boob job vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any other questions or concerns or comments, please leave them in the comments down below. I will do my best to get back to all of them. What do you want to see in some of the next videos? Anything that you guys want to see, just let me know. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.